From the after the game, I said that you guys have to get your momentum back and the way to do that is start winning. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. Trying to get back to the brand of basketball we were playing before the break. It's been, 3 games? 4 games? I think I missed one. Is it 3 or 4? 3?
Three.
3 games. And the way to do that is getting back to the winning habits, moving the ball, playing defense, being on a string, how we were before. So I think today's practice is a good step in direction to be able to watch and see how we can get better in the games that we have played and get ready for the game tomorrow.
Why was it just a break, or why did you guys get away from those habits?
I think it's just a break. Different guys have different things going on. So to get back into that mode, always takes a few. I always like to joke, man, these guys are a little older too, so it takes a little bit for them to get their bodies back going.
But to be fair, I think you guys have alternated wins and losses since like Minnesota game,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little before that. So it's like you guys are getting wins, just like not strung together as much. I'm guessing. What are you seeing in those stretches? I guess that's caused you guys to be so up and down.
I think just cleaning up a few small things. No big things that we have to do or adjust or reinvent the wheel. It's just a few stretches that teams go on runs and things having to like climb out the hole. Kind of in that third quarter against Sac. I think it was a 12-0 run or something like that they had. So like not having that coming out with the mindset to start the game and coming out of the half to make our impact. And then think if we're able to sustain good quality basketball throughout the course of the game, gives ourselves a better chance to be in the game or be up in the fourth quarter.
In the last game, the bench score was down. Obviously, you started.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for that. What did you make of the start, the lineups you guys used, and how that everything kind of looked for you guys?
Tulu called me and asked me about it, and whatever coach wants me to do, I'm gonna do it. But I think it's always like an adjustment period, especially. I'm used to Amir starting and me coming off the bench and still providing that punch. But I thought they're fighting and battling defensively and offensively. It kind of struggled a little bit and figuring it out. But that's what this time of the year is, to figure out what the lineups look like with the guys in and out and how you want to play down the stretch. It's one game, but I think we're going to be able to bounce back and play the style of basketball we want. I don't know if PG's going to be in or out tomorrow, but I think we'll be ready for that adjustment, whether he's there or not.
What was the adjustment period like when Zoo was out for the next extended period of time? How have you seen everything get back in sort of things?
I think it's a little easier when a guy is out, especially when you have a deep team that can play so many different guys. Guys get more minutes, a little bit more touches and rhythm in the game. But coming back, we got 3 bigs. Daniel played really well for us when Zoo was out, so trying to figure out how to get him in there and Mason there and Zoo in there at the same time with 3 healthy guys. I think that's been the struggle of the last 2 seasons or few seasons, even before I came here, having so many guys on the roster that can help in so many different ways. So it's not an easy job for T-Lou to figure out what rotations and what 5 guys on the floor is going to produce the basketball we want to win games.
Norman, are you seeing teams doing anything different when they double Kawhi recently?
I think they're coming a little faster when he gets the ball. And then I think also some teams are like baiting and seeing and waiting to see what he does to try to catch him off rhythm, off balance. But I don't think it's anything that he hasn't seen before that we haven't drilled or practiced. It's just executing out of those. We know teams are going to double team him. We know teams are going to put 2 guys on the ball against James and collapse the paint when PG has the ball. So it's just about the action after the first initial that we're trying to see and executing out of there once we get the teams in rotations.
No, have you seen a shift in Tyron's temperament the last couple of games? What has that meant for you guys to see him in this mood he appears to be in?
I'm gonna let T-Lou answer that. I ain't gonna answer that one. That ain't on me.
But for a guy who is normally pretty calm, that frustration has to be maybe not alarming, but it's noticeable.
Yeah, I think it's needed. If you want to win a championship, you got to hold hot guys accountable. You got to call out all the areas that we're not doing well in. To get it back in line with what a championship team looks like every single night, and all the pressure and things fall on him. Like, yeah, the players take the blame and how we perform and things like that, but the head of the snake and how we want to go out and play every single night starts with T. Lou and what he wants from us. So I think it's good to see some frustration. It means that he cares and he wants the best out of his players and the team. And I always told him I got his back no matter what. I think it's a good thing, to see some aggression and some attitude and some anger coming from him, because I think we all want to win a championship, and he's the best one that knows how to lead us in that direction.
That was a lot, man. You didn't want to say anything.
There you go. If we ask the right questions, you might get something out of it.
You mentioned Sunday night about how it's not the first actions that really get y'all defensively. It's those second and third ones where y'all need to communicate, help side and everything. What's the process like of preparing to be better there? Because it's not like you can practice all the things that a team will do to counter what y'all are doing.
The biggest thing is communication. That's the biggest thing when guys are cutting and moving the ball, especially teams that have multiple guys that can score, and their offense is built on ball movement. It's all about communicating, scrambling and covering up the fire wherever it's at. It's not going to be perfect, but as long as we're communicating and making a second and third efforts, you're going to be able to get stops. I think coming out of the break, that's the biggest thing that is glaring in my eyes, the lack of communication on the defensive end.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not thinking about this, but tomorrow's game is the end of kind of a strange era in the NBA where two teams have shared a home arena, and the Lakers are going to be the road team tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You guys move into your own building next year and stuff like that. You've been the road team in the place where you work.
Mm-hmm.
What is that experience like? How different is it? Does it feel different when you're on the court for a Lakers game versus a Clippers game, despite the fact that they're happening at the same address?
It is definitely a different feel. I think both organizations do a good job of putting their own touch on the arena when it's a home game, and it's us playing against each other. When it's a Laker game, it's a little more dark and intimate with how they block out the stands and like the focus. You can see like all the lights are on the court, and the Clippers have like a more like inclusive environment where everybody's they're trying to get everybody involved and into the game, and they have different things going on. It's definitely a different feel when you walk in and like the setups that the Lakers have for their team and what we do. But it's not really a difference in how we approach the game or play in the arena. I'm used to like sharing it. We shared it with the Maple Leafs in Toronto, so not the first time two teams. I know it's different sports, but yeah, it's nothing new.